welcome to a new weekly video. So as you're watching this, I have a post-it in front of my camera to remember things that is falling off. As you're watching this, I am on my way to France, and so I'm filming this a little bit in advance. It's my favorite of the month of July, but it's the 24th I am filming this, so it's pretty much the end of the month. It's alright. Quite a mixed bag again this month. I feel like at the moment my favorites video there's a lot less, but the things that are there I'm really my favorites, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to jump right in. So the first thing is, now I'm going to have to show you the packet open. And the reason why I haven't shown you that before, even if I've liked that for a while, is because I could not find it in the UK. But Boots started to sell it online anyway. If you live in the US, I know that this brand exists in the US. I don't know, to be honest, if it's very easy to find or not. It's a homeopathic brand called Boiron, and the product I want to talk about is Camellia. Camellia is something for teething pain for babies, and until this pregnancy, which was a year and a half ago, you know, that pregnancy, God. Until Alfie was there, I've always sworn by Ashton and Parsons Infant's Powder. This to me was the best thing that I could try. With Owen, it really helped a lot. But it was out of stock for ages, and whenever Alfie started to teeth, it was not available, and they have reformulated it, and I don't know if it's because Alfie doesn't react to it as much, or if it has more of an impact on Owen, but for Owen it was great. With Alfie it doesn't seem to do much. I do believe that with any kind of medication, whether it's homeopathic or not, some people are more prone to react to it than not. I personally don't react at all to paracetamol. It doesn't do anything for me, but I know that it does a lot on James. And then Owen seems to not get much effect from it either, and Alfie does, so you know, different people, different reactions, like for everything. Anyway, for Alfie, this is what I'm swearing by. What I like about it, so it comes in a packet, comes in a box. I don't have the box anymore because I usually brought them all back from France, so I was usually remove the big cardboard box and bring the little packets back instead. So in the UK, I believe that they come with 2 of these sachets inside the box, which is 10 doses of it. And it comes, so it's all like little bottles like this that are all attached, and you can separate. So there's one separated that to show you. So it's a little, I'm going to try and focus on it. There you go. It's a little pre-measured, it's just liquid. And to taste, it tastes like sugary water. Alfie loves the taste of it. What you do is that you snap the top off, and then you just squeeze it in the mouth of the baby. I do find the fact that it's liquid a lot easier to use than the powders. I know the powders, Owen did take them, but it's too easy to make him cough, and you know, if he wasn't well, it was not very good. The texture wasn't the best, so I love the liquid for that. It's also very easy to put in a little bit of water in a cup and give them to drink like this, and you know, it's a lot easier, I find. You can actually dissolve those in water, but it takes much longer, and it's just, this is handier basically, and I find it more efficient for Alfie anyway. I had not tried these on Owen. They were not as widely available when he was like a baby. I knew they existed, but you know, they were not all over the place, so never thought of them. So yeah, you can find them in Boots on the website. I'm not sure if they sell them in store, but this has been amazing. I'm not going to pretend it's magic. It's not. I don't believe there is anything that can be magic when it comes through to a big, really hard thing coming through the gum and breaking it apart. You know, you can't have anything that completely magics the pain away, but it definitely helps him to cope with the upset, and you know, I think it's more like the mental side of things, to try and keep calm about it. So that was my first item. Second item, I'm going to stick with pharmacy kind of things, is this. This is the Mademoisellepoupette Kids Wet Skin Lotion, 50 SPF 50. Now, I've heard a lot of different things about people, like people not liking Mademoisellepoupette for their children. Personally, I have a very reactive skin. My children have very reactive skins, and none of us has ever reacted to Ambre Solaire, and we have to a lot of the brands. I use kids lotion for myself as well because we are a ginger family, and how do I put this? The sun is not our friend. The sun doesn't like us, and we burn within minutes, and I do not exaggerate. I have been completely sunburned, like all this part of myself, by standing at the front of my house chatting with a neighbor for 10 minutes, and that was it. And we live in Northern Ireland, so it's not that, you know, bad. I've managed to get sunburned in the middle of February in Germany when it was snowing and freezing and not even that sunny that day. I managed to get really sunburned. So I always wear SPF on my skin, in my moisturizer and all. We are just super careful. But when it's very funny when it comes to textures and things, like he doesn't like sticky things on him. I don't like it either, but I can cope with it. But it's to the point where he really doesn't like it, and I want him to know that basically all his life he's going to have to be very careful about protecting his skin against the sun, because he has very, very fair skin and he doesn't have what he needs because of his genetic background, basically, to fight the sun rays. So this one, what is good is that you can actually apply it on wet skin, which is brilliant when you go on holidays to the beach or to the swimming pool, which is going to be the case. But the other thing that's good is that it's actually a very... I'm going to try and show you. I don't know if you're going to be able to see, so I'm going to try and focus on that if I can. Right, so it is more like it's a very liquidy cream, but it's not sticky at all. It just goes, like, it's so easy to rub in, and you don't have any like white marks all over the place. We have not burnt at all using it. Now this one has a scent. It's the Ambre Solaire like usual scent. To me it's a little bit peachy or apricot kind of scent. And we haven't had any issues. Not a strong scent, but we haven't had any issues with that so far, and it's just, the feeling is really nice. It's just, you're not sticky. You can just straight away put clothes on without being sticky, and we usually have to cover ourselves in sunscreen and wait for it to kind of go in before we can get dressed, and it's not nice and it's not fun. And I find that with this, I know for sure we can just reapply constantly without worrying about anything, and it's great. So yeah, very, very happy with that. Next is this face mask. It is the green tea and mango fruit fix face mask. It is something I got in my buddy box from 3 months ago, I think. Yeah, 3 months ago. And I actually got another one this month. I think it was blueberry and pomegranate or something like that. But this was really, really nice. It was very refreshing, and I felt like I did it on a day where I was really tired. The lack of sleep has been really tough in the past few weeks. If you followed our vlogs, you will know about that. But yeah, we've had a lot of sleep deprived days lately, and one of the days I had really bad migraines for several days in a row, and I just felt completely drained, and I thought I would treat myself to this. So I put my pajamas on, I put this on, and it felt so refreshing, and I just felt a bit more alive after it, and it just made my skin really soft and nice, but without clogging it up. I did not have any breakouts after it, which is great, because I have issues with face masks sometimes being too strong and I get a lot of redness, or sometimes they make my skin break out, but no issue whatsoever. So I don't know where you can get them. I wonder if they have a website. No, I can't see a website, but I'm sure if you Google them, I will have a look around, because that's something I would actually purchase again, definitely, because I really liked it. All the next things are not things I can physically show you. So the first one, yeah, I'm going to start by that. Do not judge. Okay, I am going to show you, I have a few things I need to show you on my phone. The first one is, now if you have been living on this planet in the last month, few weeks, you will not have been spared by this. Yes, I am playing Pokemon Go. We are playing together with Owen actually, and we live in an area which is kind of a semi-rural area, so there's not that many Pokemons there, but we've been going at, oh, and there's a Pokemon coming there just live for you. So I will just catch a Pidgey while I'm talking to you. Yeah, right. I have good things and bad things about this game, but overall, I'm going to put it away there. Overall, I think it's a brilliant idea. The bad things are that I am concerned about, like, I would not let my child play on his own without supervision, because I would be concerned about people basically with bad intentions going to Pokestops to wait for children to come there, knowing that they would come eventually to get more eggs and Pokeballs and all that, and it would be an easy way to know where children could be. I don't like that side of things. The thing I like is that since we got this, Owen has been asking to go out for walks a lot. I have been walking a lot more myself, and I like the fact that I live in a house where everybody is a geek. I am the least bad of all of them, but social life when you are playing video games is not always the best, and I find that, like, we went to a park and you would see somebody else playing the game and you start chatting with people, and I do like that side of thing, that it is making people gamers who would usually play at home in their house or over the internet with other people, but with no like face-to-face interaction, it's making those people go out and interact. So that's great. Warning though, if you are playing this game, please be safe. I've seen so many stories of people jumping in front of cars, people playing in their car while driving. I wouldn't want this to become something ugly that is, you know, causing a lot more issues than good things. I did hesitate to put it in this video because I can see some negative aspects to it and I don't want to promote that side of things, but I think overall, if people play it safely and the way it is recommended, I think it's a brilliant thing. I have seen some children who are usually very withdrawn and would not go out and socialize a lot because they have various anxieties and issues, actually get out and feel okay to go out when they couldn't for so many years or months or weeks or whatever time. I think that is brilliant. I think it can do a lot of good if it's used properly. So I do monitor it a lot with Owen. I've never left him go out. It's on my phone to start with. It's not available for the tablet he has. And I'm actually quite glad about that. I wouldn't want him, he's only 5 and he has access to a lot of video games because we play them ourselves, but it is all very, we wouldn't let him play something which we don't believe is appropriate, and anything which is slightly above his age range for various reasons we make sure that it's not because of the language or subjects that are, you know, not okay, and we do supervise it a lot, and I will continue to do so. And there it is on my phone, so it's whenever I decide he's allowed to play, he's allowed to do it, but I have never left him wandering alone with that because I don't think it would be safe. I don't think he would be conscious of the road. Even if it was just around our estate, there are still cars coming around and I would not feel happy with that. So but we have been on walks together and we have been to a park the other day, and it was almost like a treasure hunt. We knew we had to find the next stop and we had a little picture of what we were looking for, so he probably walked a lot more than he would have if we hadn't had that, and I like that. I love treasure hunts myself and really feel like it feels like a massive treasure hunt around the world, really. So it'll be interesting to see when we go to France what we can find, although we will not have any kind of 3G, 4G, so we'll be relying on places where we can have access to Wi-Fi, but we might still get some things like that. Anyway, moving on to, sorry if you don't like Pokemon. Yeah, I'm restraining myself from including that too much in my vlogs as well. Next thing that I can't show you, it's Wayward Pines, which is a TV show. We watch it on Now TV. I think it's on Fox, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that one, double check it, but I watched the first series last year and I've loved it. James hadn't seen it. And when the second series came out, I wanted to wait for James to be caught up to start watching it with him, because I thought we would both like it, and it's nice sometimes to have a TV show we watch together as a little break in the evening when the boys are in bed. So James caught up and we started to watch season 2. Now we are at episode 6, I think, so we have one more we can watch, and then we're going to have to wait every week to catch up. But I really like this show. After the end of series 1, I actually did not rush to watch series 2 because I was worried about what they would do with it. I kind of felt like it could have been finished at the end of series 1, and I would have been satisfied with it being the end, the way it was done. And I was very worried about what they would do, and I don't like it when they take a TV show and just for the sake of continuing it to make money, they ruin the whole show. And I was really worried about that, but I actually think that it's getting better and better. So I'm very, very pleased with that. Really looking forward to watching the next episodes. I'm hoping the boys go to bed early tonight so we can. And the last thing, which is potentially my favorite thing of the month already, but one of my favorite things of the year so far. I know it might sound extreme, but this movie has been I think it's one of the best movies I've seen in my life. Seriously, I'm not joking. It is Song of the Sea. It is a children's movie. It's an Irish, I think it's Franco-Irish production team behind it. I'm not too sure, but it is an Irish story, and it is, I don't want to give it too much away, but it is made for children. The drawings and the graphics are absolutely amazing. The music is beautiful and the characters are great. I just loved it so much. I did watch it after the week of the attacks in Nice, and I was obviously really affected by that because this is where my sister lives and a lot of my friends. It's very close to my hometown, and it was a rubbish week basically, and I was feeling very down by all the negativity in the world, and this movie has really come at the right time. And the story is beautiful, and I feel like it is something that a lot of people should watch, especially the generation who still feel it's not okay to show your emotions in general. I'm having a constant fight about this. I teach my children that showing your emotions is not a weakness, it's actually a strength. And I just, yeah, I don't think, I hate when people feel like it's not okay to express how they feel and they bottle everything up. And I felt like this movie was exactly how I feel about things. It's just fantastic. I could just go on and on about how amazing it is. The story briefly is the story of a family who lives in a lighthouse. The mother is not there anymore, and the little girl, who is 6 I think, she can't talk, and there's something not, you can see there's something not just right with her. And her big brother he wants to be like the hero of the family basically. The dad, since losing his wife, has been very subdued, let's say, and the granny wants the children to move to the town because she thinks the lighthouse is an appropriate place for the children. And it's the story of those children being forced to go to their granny's house when they don't want to, and running away to get back home because their dog was left behind. And on the way they just meet loads of characters, and it's just I don't know, it's just I hope I'm saying this well. Just have a look at it, even watch the trailer if you want. I just want to watch it over and over and over again. Owen loved it too. I think it's one of these movies that it is a children's movie, but I think everybody can learn something from it and take something from it. It's just a really nice movie. It made me think in the kind of story with, I'm not going to say a moral because I don't like that kind of word. I think it's very patronizing and I don't like it, but it's a movie that makes you think about life in general and how you act in life and all that. And the only movies that have ever done that to me before are the Studio Ghibli movies. So to me it's kind of like an Irish version of a Studio Ghibli movie, kind of, with very different graphics. I know that myself. Just check it out. Go and watch it. It is amazing. I am pretty sure it is. I don't know if it was on Now TV or on Amazon Prime. We watched it, but we didn't rent it. You know, it was one of the subscription things we have, and it was available there. Anyway, that was it. It was a very long favorite of the month. A lot of rambling probably, but yeah, this is it. I'm all emotional thinking about that movie. I just kind of want to go on my sofa, take a blanket, a cup of hot chocolate and watch it. Yeah, well, I'll see. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. I will see you next week for another video. Not entirely sure what it will be because I will have pre-filmed those videos, the next two you're gonna watch, and I'm still undecided in which one I do when. So yeah, but it should be fun. Whichever one I put, it should be a fun one. So keep watching. Also, if you don't know, I upload daily vlogs every day at 5 p.m. If you want to follow what our family is doing, and from now on you actually will see us in France, in my hometown. So if you want to learn more about France and what it's like, where I come from, just watch and you'll see. Anyway, I hope you have a lovely week and I'll see you next week. Bye.